Hello, fellow gardeners. Welcome back to Smart Garden, where we're constantly exploring innovative ways to transform your growing space into a thriving, abundant paradise. Today we're uncovering a garden secret that might just revolutionize the way you think about plant partnerships. If you've been struggling with lackluster pepper harvests or simply want to maximize every square inch of your garden, you're in for a revelation that will change your growing game forever. The intercropping mystery. Why your garden isn't reaching its full potential. Many gardeners find themselves frustrated when their pepper plants fail to deliver the abundant harvest they were promised on the seed packet. Despite careful watering, faithful fertilizing, and hours of tender care, the plants remain stubbornly underwhelming. Traditional gardening advice often keeps us locked into rigid planting schemes, warning against certain combinations without explaining the underlying science. What if some of this conventional wisdom is actually holding us back from discovering truly transformative plant relationships? The truth is that nature thrives on diversity and interconnection, and some of the most powerful growing partnerships remain hidden in plain sight, waiting for curious gardeners to unlock their potential. The unexpected partnership. When peppers meet beans. Most gardeners know that beans belong to the legume family and possess the remarkable ability to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere into the soil. However, the relationship between peppers and beans extends far beyond the basic nutritional exchange. Peppers are notorious heavy feeders, constantly demanding nitrogen to fuel their fruit production and maintain healthy foliage throughout the growing season. When beans are planted nearby, their root nodules become living fertilizer factories, converting atmospheric nitrogen into plant-available forms that peppers can immediately absorb. This creates a continuous feeding system that eliminates the boom and bust cycle, common with synthetic fertilizers. Beyond nutrition, beans create an unexpected microclimate that peppers absolutely love. The foliage of bean plants acts as a strategic shade provider, filtering harsh afternoon sun that can stress pepper plants in warmer regions. This dappled shade doesn't block photosynthesis, but instead creates ideal growing conditions that encourage pepper plants to focus energy on fruit production rather than stress response. Additionally, the physical structure of bean plants offers gentle support to pepper stems, particularly valuable when plants become laden with heavy fruit. This natural scaffolding prevents branches from breaking under weight and protects against wind damage without the need for extensive staking systems. The real magic of this partnership happens beneath the soil surface, where an intricate chemical conversation takes place. Bean roots release specific compounds called exudates that stimulate beneficial microbial activity in the rhizosphere, the critical zone surrounding plant roots. These microorganisms break down organic matter more efficiently, making additional nutrients available to both plants while also outcompeting harmful pathogens. Pepper roots, in turn, release their own exudates that complement this underground ecosystem, creating a miniature biological factory that far exceeds what either plant could achieve alone. The shading effect deserves deeper examination because it contradicts what many gardeners assume about sun-loving pepper plants. In regions with intense summer heat, excessive sun exposure can actually reduce pepper fruit set and cause sun scald, where fruits develop pale, papery patches that render them unmarketable. The strategic shade from bean foliage moderates temperatures around pepper fruits and flowers, allowing pollination to occur more successfully during heat waves when pollen often becomes sterile. This results in dramatically improved fruit set and higher overall yields, particularly in climate zones 7 and above where summer temperatures regularly exceed 90 degrees. Certain bean varieties also possess natural pest deterrent properties that create a protective barrier around your peppers. Compounds in bean foliage can confuse or repel aphids, spider mites, and even some beetle species that commonly plague pepper plants. This biochemical defense system means fewer pest problems without resorting to chemical interventions, keeping your harvest organic and your garden ecosystem balanced. The diversity itself also attracts beneficial insects that prey on common pests, adding another layer of natural protection. Implementation. Your blueprint for explosive harvests. Success with this intercropping system depends entirely on proper implementation, starting with variety selection. Bush bean varieties work exceptionally well because they stay compact and provide ground-level benefits without competing for light. Romano beans, provider bush beans, and contender varieties all perform brilliantly in this role. For peppers, choose varieties suited to your climate, but know that both sweet bell peppers and hot varieties benefit equally from this partnership. Spacing requires careful consideration to maximize benefits while preventing competition. Plant your pepper transplants at their recommended spacing, typically 18 to 24 inches apart depending on variety. Once peppers are established and showing new growth, direct sow bean seeds in a circle around each pepper plant, maintaining about 6 inches distance from the pepper stem. This creates a living mulch ring that provides all the benefits without crowding. Alternatively, plant beans in rows between pepper rows, keeping at least 12 inches between the nearest bean and pepper plants. Timing is absolutely critical for success. Start your pepper seedlings indoors 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost date, as peppers need a head start due to their longer growing season. Transplant peppers outdoors once soil temperatures consistently reach 60 degrees and all frost danger has passed. Wait approximately 2 weeks after transplanting peppers before direct seeding beans around them. This staggered approach allows peppers to establish strong root systems before beans begin their rapid growth, preventing the beans from overwhelming young pepper transplants. Watering this intercrop system requires a slight adjustment from growing either crop alone. Both plants appreciate consistent moisture, but the bean canopy will reduce evaporation, meaning you can actually water less frequently, while maintaining better soil moisture levels. Deep watering twice weekly typically suffices in most climates, though sandy soils or extreme heat may require more frequent attention. The key is monitoring soil moisture at root depth rather than just the surface. Feeding becomes simpler because the beans are actively fixing nitrogen. A balanced organic fertilizer applied at planting time, supplemented with occasional compost tea or fish emulsion every 3 to 4 weeks, provides everything both crops need for explosive growth and abundant fruiting. Beyond the garden, building a synergistic growing philosophy is really about seeing the bigger picture. This pepper and bean partnership, well, it represents something much larger than just a simple planting technique. It shows us that nature's complexity, honestly, offers solutions that are way more elegant than our conventional approaches. When we take the time to observe how plants interact in wild ecosystems and bring those lessons into our own gardens, we unlock potential that individual plants could never achieve alone. This intercropping success should definitely inspire you to question other gardening assumptions and, experiment with some unconventional combinations. What other unexpected partnerships might be waiting to be discovered in your own garden? The beauty of synergistic gardening is that it creates resilient systems that need less intervention while, at the same time, producing more abundance. Your garden becomes a cooperative community, not just a collection of isolated individuals all competing for resources. This shift in perspective honestly transforms gardening from a battle against nature into a real collaboration with natural processes. It makes the work easier and, honestly, the results a lot more rewarding. We encourage you to try this pepper and bean combination this coming season and, if you can, document your results. Pay attention not just to yield increases but also to plant health, pest pressure, and how the garden feels as a whole system. Share your experiences, photos, and discoveries in the comments below, because your observations contribute to our collective knowledge. If this guide has sparked your curiosity about synergistic growing techniques, go ahead and subscribe to Smart Garden for more unconventional wisdom that'll really elevate your gardening success. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest discoveries, and share this video with fellow gardeners who are ready to embrace a more abundant, nature-aligned approach to growing food. Together, we're cultivating not just gardens, but a community of innovative growers who refuse to accept mediocrity when extraordinary is within reach.